Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 at 5, and we're tracking just a few showers this evening, mainly along and west of the Cascades, although some of these are starting to get into portions of the Klamath Basin. We're actually seeing a few heavy snow showers there, so if you run into that this evening as you're headed out for dinner plans, don't be too surprised. But for tonight, I think most of us are going to be dry. And it's going to be a cold night. Temperatures in the teens for the east side, 20s for our west side valleys, and we're going to be in the mid-30s there along the coast of Brookings. And there is going to be the potential for some freezing fog in Josephine County, specifically up towards Grants Pass. And then for tomorrow, there's going to be a better chance for some showers, mainly in Siskiyou County and along the coast. Winds will be a little bit blustery in the Shasta Valley as well, with winds coming up out of the south. But I think most of us are probably going to be dry, and temperatures will be a bit warmer compared to today, but still below average. So we'll end up being in the 30s and 40s for the east side, 40s and 50s for west side valleys, and just shy of 50 degrees along the coast in Brookings. So let's show you how this all plays out with Stormcast. And by the time we get to midnight, you can see not a whole lot doing. And even as we get into Saturday morning, I think a lot of us are going to wake up with some sunshine, maybe a sprinkle or two down towards south central Siskiyou County. But then later in the day, into the afternoon, into the early evening, you can see this next storm system approaching from the south. So some of those dinner plans could be a little bit wet in Siskiyou County, maybe a few sprinkles for the basin and for the Rogue Valley too. And then into Sunday, we'll have more of these showers just kind of continuing all throughout the day. Very hit and miss, not the coverage that we saw with the atmospheric river. And this is not going to be nearly as heavy, but it will still be some wet weather that we'll have to deal with. But then rain chances go way up for Monday and Tuesday as we have another atmospheric river to deal with. But first, some of these rainfall projections through Sunday afternoon. We could get upwards of maybe an inch for the Cascades and the coast, maybe half an inch for the Mount Shasta City area. And I think the Illinois Valley, the Grants Pass area could get 0.2 of an inch, but probably less than an inch, less than 1/10 of an inch, I should say, for the west side valleys and for the east side if we even get trace amounts. Snow levels are about to do a complete 180 compared to what we've seen over the past couple of weeks. They're finally going to get above 2,000 feet, so starting off around 1,500 feet on Saturday morning, but then as the moisture approaches from the south, they raise up to around 4,000 feet later in the day on Saturday, and then all the way up to 6,000 feet for Sunday. And then that's going to set the table for that next atmospheric river on Monday and Tuesday, and that'll mainly just be a rain event because the snow levels are going to be up towards 5,000, 6,000 feet. Here's some of these snowfall projections through Sunday afternoon. Nothing that really pops off the map. We'll see maybe 4 to 8 inches for Diamond Lake and Crater Lake, maybe a few inches on Oregon 140, but the travel impacts we're going to see from this particular storm system for Saturday and Sunday, and then for the atmospheric river on Monday and Tuesday, not going to pale in comparison, or they are going to pale in comparison. They won't be able to hold a candle to some of the travel impacts we saw for yesterday. But we still are going to see some medium impacts from this atmospheric river, mainly in the form of rainfall and some warm, heavy rain falling on top of existing snowpack. That means that we could see some melting, some excess runoff, and maybe some localized flooding in some of those smaller streams. Here's that 7-day forecast for the coast. A drier day for Saturday, and then we have that next storm system that's going to bring some big time rain chances for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and winds starting to pick up on Monday too. For Siskiyou County, there's a chance we could see a wintry mix for tomorrow, but then snow levels coming up to around 4,000 feet in the afternoon, and I think it's mainly just going to be rain for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Now there is a storm system for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame, and that one looks like it's going to have some lower snow levels, so we could see the return of some travel impacts, but we'll get to that one when we get to it. I think it's mainly just going to be rainfall with the atmospheric river for the east side on Monday and Tuesday. Even the same thing for the foothills, so that's where we're going to see the potential for some of that excess runoff and some of that localized flooding. And then for the Rogue Valley, I think it's just going to be rain over the next 7 days, but trending drier next week, and also we're going to be trending a little bit warmer.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I'm done with the cold.
Yeah, look at that. Thursday, if you squint your eyes, it almost says 60 degrees.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, thanks.
Of course.